It's time to place your bets. Let's step into the huddle.
You're listening to the PreSnap Podcast Weekly Wagering Show, brought to you by LineStar App, the top-rated DFS tool set and #1 companion for DraftKings, FanDuel, and Yahoo Daily Fantasy. Go LineStar Premium now at LineStarApp.com. Now, here are your hosts, Joe Pisapia and Scott Bogman.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? It's me, Joey P, Joe Pisapia, and welcome to the PreSnap right here on the LineStar app. It's me, and it's Scott Bogman, and it's you, and it's the pick show, baby, for Week 8 in the NFL. We're talking all things wagering, courtesy of the LineStar app, the best DFS tool site ever. Go out there, get that LineStar app, download it, upgrade to the premium product right away. I'm telling you, it really helped you. If you missed it yesterday, we did the DFS preview show. A lot of great content in there. Go back and listen to it. If you're just doing wagering, well, we're the show for you. And if you like money, go with me for the over-unders and Bogman against the spread. Ignore us for the other stuff because we are on fire this year in those specific categories. And at least we're full service. Like, it's tough to get everything right, but at least if you've been on that trend, and that has been a very strong trend for the first 7 weeks of the season, me and over-unders, Bogman against the spread, and basically you're winning money every week.
You got your upset this week, too. You got Washington. I mean, obviously, Andy Dalton went out early in that game, but I missed mine because the terrible defense in Cincinnati couldn't cover Baker Mayfield and Donovan Peoples-Jones for 30 more seconds in that game. I barely missed it, but I still did get Cincinnati because of the hook on that game. So, against the spread. But yeah, that one upset me because it was that last play, and I didn't score a touchdown on my my fantasy picks that week. So, but I was 9-4 against the spread, and you were 8-5 on the over unders. So exactly what Joe just said. Follow me against the spread, follow him on the over unders, and we'll make you some cash.
We'll see if I can maybe pull up another rabbit out of my hat, another upset special. Let's go 2 in a row, baby. Let's do it. All right, so let's start here with gross. The Indianapolis Colts and the Lions, right? Is that you want to start there? Is that where we're going to start? I mean,
That's
it's the
first game. Yeah.
All right, let's start there. It's not terrible. Like, I was all excited, and then this happened. Indianapolis at Detroit. Indy is 2.5-point favorites. Very good defense, obviously. The number is 50 for this one. I don't know. I like Detroit starting to play a little bit better. I don't trust it, but I don't trust Indianapolis. I'll tell you what, I think that Detroit actually wins this game. So
okay, straight up.
Detroit. Yeah, straight up there. So I'm going to go Detroit here. I will also go the over in this one. Not by a lot, but I think it will go over. You know, Indianapolis is a good defense, but I think that just a little, it's a hair overrated. A hair right now overrated in terms of what's going on with the lines for them, because although that Indianapolis offense looked so much better in the second half, it was against the Bengals. Look at what Baker Mayfield did last week against the Bengals. Look at what everybody does against the Bengals. So I'm not buying it. Give me Detroit. Detroit starts to roll here in the NFC North. Boggs, what do you go?
I know. I do think that the Colts are overrated, specifically on defense, like you mentioned. That offense, we just seen Phillip Rivers is not that good anymore. I think if you had Jacoby Brissett starting for this team, you would have the same record. So, but I'm going to go with the Colts in the under in this game. They're coming off a bye, so they should come in very prepared for this game. And I'm going to give Frank Reich at least that amount of credit. They should come in.
If this was in Indianapolis, I would go with you, even if the number was bigger.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it. That's for me. I think they're going to come out flat. I think Phillip Rivers is going to be flat. And
that's fair. I'll say that because we're going to go opposite all the way here. I'm going to take the under in this game too, because I think I still like the Colts. What I like specifically about the Colts is that pass rush. So, Buckner and Houston and all those guys, I think they're going to get to Stafford early and often. So I'm going to say the under in this game, but this is, starting out this game, I don't want to mess with this. So I don't want to bet this game, when two smart guys are completely opposite, probably avoid that
game. Well, one of us, well, you know what? There's your outcomes, right? One of us is going to be right, or we're all going to be wrong, and it's going to be a weird miss.
So clearly take the Colts in the over. That's what we're saying. So.
All right. No, I'm telling you, I'm sticking with Detroit this week. Who knows? It could even be the upset special. We'll see how the show goes. All right. Cleveland's going to be at home coming off a big win against the Bengals. 2.5-point favorites against Las Vegas, which I understand. Myles Garrett's having a really good season here. Look, Las Vegas kind of shows up at weird times sometimes, and I'm kind of going to go with Las Vegas in this game, but let's actually, it's your turn, so I shouldn't even go first here. Go ahead. Give me your take on this one.
It sounds like we're going to be lockstep. I'm going to take the Raiders straight up. Raiders straight up, going into Cleveland and winning. Look, I'm just not going to depend on Baker Mayfield 2 weeks in a row. I do like him in this game as far as fantasy goes, but that's because you're still missing Chubb. Hunt should have a nice game here, but he is not that bruising between the tackle presence that Chubb is. So give me the Raiders. Give me Derek Carr and that deep ball that he's been throwing. Ruggs should be back in this game. Bryan Edwards is even practicing this week, so they may have another added weapon. Josh Jacobs is going to get back on track at some point here, and I think it's going to be in this game against Cleveland. So give me the Raiders straight up against the spread and the over in this one. 52.
I like it too. I'm with you. Lockstep. Here we go. Las Vegas in the over for me as well. Everything Bogman said, I just don't trust Baker Mayfield. And look, as fun as it was for Higgins to be good and Peoples-Jones and all those guys who stepped up, and they did, I imagine some of them will continue to step up and be pretty good. It's tough right now. You're missing Odell Beckham. You're missing Chubb. You're missing the best theoretical weapons on your team. And I think this will be a close game, but I think Las Vegas will pull it out. Next, we got the Rams at Miami. Tua's making his debut. The Rams are 3 points favorites on the road. The number is very low. It's only 46. And it's because nobody trusts the Rams. And I can understand why. They're a very difficult team to trust. I will take the Rams in this one. I will take the Rams, but I will take the under in this game, which I know will surprise people. But every now and then this happens where you get that Rams game that's like, 2017. And if that's the game I think it's going to be, well, then guess what? It's there you go. It's going to be well under. Boggs, how do you see this one working out?
Yeah, this one is a difficult one to pick for sure because we just don't know what we're going to get from Tua either for Miami. So I wouldn't be surprised for this game.
And that's another reason I want the under.
Yeah.
I just don't know yet. So that's
but he could come out and throw, be Justin Herbert.
You could. So, he very well might.
I'm going to take the over just because, when in doubt, take the over, and I'm in doubt. So, but I'll take the Rams. I think they've been playing good enough on both sides to elicit a little more trust. Hopefully, I don't say that.
Even if it's 23-20, this game isn't under.
Right. But if it's 35-30, it's over.
I don't
see it playing more.
I don't know, man. I like Tua more than most. And I'm very pleased that it's week 8 and he's playing because I said he was going to play 8 weeks this year. So I look like a genius. I was like, he's going to play 3 games, maybe 4 at the most. No, he's going to play 8.
How did those people sound that only thought he was going to play 4 games?
No idea. He couldn't even walk. He's just had a hip replacement surgery. This is unbelievable. No, he's going to play 8 games.
Yeah, okay. You got to admit, though, Fitzpatrick is playing good enough to where this is.
Yeah, I know, but you got to admit, it doesn't matter. When you want to, you take your franchise quarterback and you look around the league and Burrow looks great and Herbert looks great. And it's like, you want to play with it's like you got your toy and you can't play with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I want to play. No. You have to wait a couple weeks until the glue is all held together. Like that's what he's like that guy. It's like, I remember I had G.I. Joe, man. Snake Eyes was my favorite G.I. Joe character. And
which one was Snake Eyes?
The one who was wearing all black. He's the guy who didn't say anything. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I know I'm a little older than you, but whatever. So G.I. Joe anyway. So Snake's a true story, by the way. I sent him on a very special mission. And unfortunately, he was like on the top of a doorway kind of thing. And he fell from there. And let's just say we had to have
R.I.P.
We had to have a state funeral for him. So it wasn't good.
R.I.P. Snake Eyes.
I did get another one, later on.
You watch The Boys at all?
No, you just tell me about this. I got to start watching The Boys.
It's funny because Snake Eyes sounds like Black Noir from The Boys because
sure that's exactly the inspiration for the character. So.
Probably exactly.
Minnesota at Green Bay is the next one. Green Bay is 6.5-point favorites in this one. This was quite a barn burner first week. Minnesota coming off a bye. The number's 52.5. Is it your turn? I've already know. Where are we?
Yeah, it's my turn because you picked
your turn. You go first on this one. Green Bay.
I'm going to take the Packers. Look, the Vikings defense is just not good this year. And Cameron Dantzler on the COVID list, so they're down an extra corner. Not that anyone has been playing well outside of Devontae Adams as far as receivers go for the Packers. But give me Green Bay in this game. Give me the over. This feels like a stomping to me.
I will tell you what, second time they're facing each other, and Minnesota's not a good football team, but I got 2 words for you. And the words are garbage time. That's what it is. And I think that Minnesota will cover in garbage time. Green Bay wins. Minnesota covers. Give me the over in this one too. No defense. No defense. This next one, gross. New England at Buffalo. Buffalo's
this is the hardest one of the week.
It is, and the number's 43. And honestly, I'm gonna take the under in this one right now. I'm not before I even get to anything. Just give me the under. The New England offense is putrid right now. They cannot do anything, and I don't see how it's going to get better. They have no playmakers at all. I think Buffalo's going to win this football game. I think Buffalo's going to cover. I just think New England is going in the wrong direction, and I hope I'm wrong. I'm a Patriots fan. In 27 years, I've been spoiled with great football, and you know what? It had to come to an end sometime. So here we go. This is it. It's coming to an end. The dynasty is over. I'm embracing it. It's all right. But I mean, the New England Patriots are not. So give me Buffalo in the under.
I hate this game, and I'm not going to bet it, but I'm going to go contrarian to you. I'm going to say New England straight up and against the spread.
They were so terrible at home like in the last 2 weeks against Denver and
I understand. I understand, Joe, but Buffalo has been just as bad, if not worse, than the Patriots. They really have been. They can't. Josh Allen looks lost out there, and they cannot stop the run. Damian Harris, if Belichick decided to go with one running back, and he gave Damian Harris the ball a bunch, that dude could get 200 rushing yards in this.
He's banged up. And
okay, but they have other running backs. Rex Burkhead is going to be fine. James White can still run between the tackles.
Like that's the thing. It's like they have no team speed. Don't you? This is the whole show will turn into this if we do this. I can't.
I'm just thinking of.
I'm already a miserable person half the year.
Listen, Joe. When both of the teams are bad, I'm going to lean on the coach. So I'm leaning on Belichick here. It might bite me in the ass. It definitely could. 2
weeks ago against Denver.
Yeah. So I'm going to take the Patriots. I think Cam Newton can run the ball against Buffalo real well. Also,
right.
So
I hope you're right.
Give me the Pats. Give me the under.
All right. Next one here. Jets at Kansas City. Kansas City. 19.5 point favorites in this one. 49 is the number. Last week I told you that the Jets were going to cover. You remember that, boys and girls? Remember when I told you the Jets were going to cover against Buffalo and everyone's like, oh my God, they're going to get blown out. Well, they didn't. They covered. So
if you don't need more proof that Buffalo is playing just as bad as
I know. So Kansas City, obviously they're going to win. We both have Kansas. Nobody's going to have the Jets to win. Right? What'd you say yesterday on the show? It's like plus 8 million for the Jets.
I think it's plus the 1,300.
Wager $1, you could win $57,000 or something. I don't know. It's crazy. So do you think that the Jets can cover 19.5?
No, I don't. I think the Chiefs are too good, and I'm going to take the over.
I want to hear what it is. What's the score in your head?
49 to 3.
10. Oh, you think it's going like in the 40s? You think they're going to just put the gas on, huh?
Yeah. I mean, this is the give Lev Bell as many carries as he wants to embarrass his old head coach and Adam Gase. And Patrick Mahomes just going to find guys wide open early in this game. So I think he gets his stuff done early, and then they run the ball a bunch in the second half, which makes me more confident in Kansas City than it does in the over. But I'm still going to take Kansas City in the over.
Yeah, I love when you predict what I'm going to say in the sheet when we do these picks. And for those of you who don't know, we get a little behind the curtain here.
Right, you just said.
I said, no, I didn't say officially yet what I'm going to do. No, I said, I'm the guy last week who told you the Jets would cover, and I'm the guy this week telling you they're not.
Okay.
See, it was a whole big setup I did. And you think I'm going one way, and I zig when other people zag. Look, the Jets are just nowhere near the class of a football team in Kansas City. I think this is going to be an ugly embarrassment, and you're right. I think Le'Veon Bell is going to stomp a mud hole, so to speak. I will take the over in this game, though, too. I do think that there's just going to be a ton of points here for the Chiefs, and They might even hit it by themselves. It's possible. It's just who knows. I mean, it could be a 45 to 13 or some kind of game. It could be that. All right, Pittsburgh at Baltimore. I'll go first in this one. Baltimore is 3.5-point favorites in this one. 46.5 is the number. I'm going to take Pittsburgh to win this game. I like Pittsburgh to win. So give me that as the upset here. And it's just Baltimore just doesn't seem right to me. Now, look, maybe they went to the bye, worked on some things, they come out right. I'm going to take the under in this game too. That's where I am at. I just feel like more defense than offense in this game. You're going to have two teams just kind of bruising at each other. This is a big game. This is a basically a playoff game here. And Pittsburgh's had two of them in a row here. And the Titans defense is not the Ravens defense. I will say that. So what's your take on this one, Mr. Steeler?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to take my Steelers against the Ravens as well. I think you're right. Look, last year, the Ravens and Lamar Jackson were unbelievably dominant against everybody. And they just haven't looked like that level of team yet this year. This could be the game where they do it. So I wouldn't want to put my money on this game because I could see this game being a nice little shootout. And the defenses both being a little bit overrated. I could see this being a classic 10-13 slug it out game where we see a lot of Gus Edwards and Dobbins and James Conner and Benny Snell. Maybe. So I'm going to take Pittsburgh and I'm going to take the under.
All right, Tennessee at Cincinnati is up next. Tennessee on the road, 5.5-point favorites here. 53.5 is the number. Boggs, you kick it off.
Give me Tennessee straight up, of course.
Yes.
And I'm going to say Tennessee against the spread as well. I think they can buckle down and play a little bit of defense, but it's only 5.5. So if they win by a touchdown, which I think they more than can. And I know, look, Joey covers, all that stuff.
I was going to say, covered last week. I got that right.
The Bengals are bad, but I'm most confident in the over in this game. So I'm going to take the Titans against the spread straight up, and I'm going to go with the over in this one. I think we see a lot of A.J. Brown, a lot of Derrick Henry, and if Tennessee is giving up points, they're going to be scoring them as well, and they can cover this game. So give me Tennessee and the over.
I'm with you across the board on this one. So we're in lockstep. Lock it up. Ooh. Tennessee and the over. And I usually go with Joe Burrow to cover too. God knows I have, and God knows it's worked this year. But my problem is Derrick Henry late in this game. I just feel like they're literally going to be playing catch up here, and they're just going to be out of gas. Like sorry. Like, when Derrick Henry has that 80-yard run thing, that's got this all over it. Like it's just going to get out of control. I think
that could be early in this game too, because
it could be early and it could be late. And I think that's going to be the problem. And I think at the end of the day, Joe Burrow just is not going to be able to keep up with this, unfortunately. And if Joe Mixon was in, maybe you could control the ball a little bit more. Gio was okay, but I mean, now I think this is Tennessee, who, look, I think even in that loss, Tennessee's got to feel really good about themselves. I mean, you're hanging there with the Steelers. They should feel really good about this game. They should find a kicker on their way to Cincinnati at some point. See if maybe on the side of the road, someone's out there hitchhiking.
Oh my God forbid this game comes down to a field goal, because whoever will miss it, Fat Randy or Goskowski. God, no, thank you. Escalator.
I'm just so happy that Rodrigo Blankenship is leading the league in scoring, because I love that dude when he was in college. I'll never forget, like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I saw him kicking in college, and I was like, who is this goofy guy with the glasses? And then they flash his name, and I go, shut up. His name is not Rodrigo Blankenship.
That's amazing.
That is the most made up BS nonsense name I've ever heard in my entire life. And then it turns out the dude's really good. And I tell you, man, I'm just happy to see him doing a good job. And what an upgrade Indy's got year over year at kicker too.
Longhorns got the next Justin Tucker coming out soon. Dicker the kicker, Cameron Dicker. Yep. He's
Dicker the kicker?
Dicker the kicker. That's right. He's going to be a good one.
Wow. It almost writes itself. Chargers at Denver. Chargers are 3-point favorites in this run. The number is 44.5. This is the one that scares me the most this week. This is a game where, look, the Chargers should win this game. They should be favored. But anytime you go into Mile High, weird things happen. So I will take the Chargers to win, but I'll take Denver to cover. I hate this game. I'm running away from it. I want nothing to do with it. I will take the under as well. Boggs, where are you going to go with this one?
Yeah, I'm going to go with you on the Chargers straight up, but I'm also going to take them against the spread because look, Drew Lock, what we saw from him last week was sad and terrible. So if we get that again, it's going to be the Chargers in a walk. They would put up 44.5 themselves. So I don't think Drew Lock's going to play that bad, but I think he's going to play bad enough to where the Chargers win this one kind of going away. And I don't like Denver to score much. So with Drew Lock in there right now, playing the way he's played. Now, he has played much better in his career than he played last week, obviously, but there's just something that gets out of sync with him. Maybe he's not 100% healthy, where this is why I laughed when the Broncos took him in the second round. I was like, what are you doing? He was so miserable in college and never got rid of the ball. He's holding on to it too long. They're not giving him enough time. And, they didn't have Phillip Lindsay last week, who I think is better than Melvin Gordon at this point. But, I got to take the Chargers, and I'll go with the under. Most confident about the under in this game.
Yeah, okay, that I'm confident with you, but I'm running away from this game. We pick it because we got to pick everything, but do not invest in this game. This is a disaster written all over it. New Orleans at Chicago also looks like it could be a hot mess. New Orleans is 4-point favorites in this one. 43.5 is the number. Look, it is your turn to start first. I think we're going to be in lockstep on this one too.
Yeah, look, Chicago just has nothing on offense for as well as their defense is playing. And, we saw them beat Tampa Bay a couple weeks ago. So we know they can make some stuff happen, but they looked god awful against the Rams. One less day to prep because that was the Monday Night Football game as well. So give me the Saints straight up against the spread. 4 is more than enough for them to cover. And give me the under in this game because New Orleans they're not really healthy on offense either. They're probably going to get Sanders back this week, but maybe not Michael Thomas yet still. So, and the Bears defense plays well. So New Orleans and the under from me.
I'm going to take New Orleans as well, but I'm going to take the over in this one. I know it's kind of against the grain, especially with Robinson out. I just don't believe in the Saints defense. Like, I think the Saints defense is going to, look, it's not the pass rush of the Rams. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Rams put a lot of pressure on teams and make people look bad. But I have no faith in New Orleans right now. New Orleans is a team that I think has all kinds of issues. So I do think they will win this football game. I do think they will cover. I think they'll win by a touchdown, but it would not shock me here for the Bears to actually be surprising here and actually put up some points somehow, some way. It could even be on special teams. I don't know. It's just too many unders this week. I got to find some more overs, so this has got to be one of them. The next one's going to be over. San Fran at Seattle, 2.5 for Seattle.
What'd you do, Joe? Come on.
What did I do?
San Fran.
Oh,
we
yeah.
Did this rule yesterday.
Cisco.
Come on.
Cisco.
That
game. The line is 2.5 on Seattle's side. So obviously Seattle at home being the favorite. 53 is the number here on this one. I will start. Seattle does not like losing to Arizona. They are mad. They will get up to play the 49ers and use that rage. Give me Seattle to win this game. Seattle will cover. Russell Wilson will have a great game. Remind everybody that he is still in the MVP race, maybe even still the first guy, despite that loss against Arizona, and give me the over because Seattle's defense is a joke.
Yeah, I'm going to go right there with you. I mean, this game feels like a trap because you see that 2.5 point line and you go, whoa, well, maybe I should be thinking about San Francisco a little bit. They did just win and look good winning going across the country to beat your Patriots, and Seattle did just lose. But I don't know. I think if you get into a shootout, San Francisco can't be beaten. And we saw Philly beat them. So I think that Seattle should win this game, and I'm going to go with the over as well because I think there's going to be a ton of points scored in this one. Should be a lot of fun to watch. Wish this was the night game. But
God, please. I mean,
miserable game for
you know what though? There's something about the misery of this next one that's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's like watching a car crash, right? The Eagles and the Cowboys, like you kind of looking at it going, ooh, like how bad is this gonna be? We get my cousin, Ben DiNucci's gonna play quarterback. It's gonna be unbelievable. Oh my God, I can't believe you're playing quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. Oh my God. I don't know
I'm gonna watch this game, but I'm gonna wish I was watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine reruns the whole time.
Oh my goodness. So look, the Eagles are 7.5-point favorites in this one. I don't know. It's hard for me to feel good about the Eagles covering any spread that big, but Dallas is just so bad, and they've just quit. So I will take Philly. I will take Philly to cover, and I'm going to take the under. I think this is you know what? No, the defense for Dallas is so bad. I'll take the over. I'm struggling here with the over.
No, I understand that thought process too. I just the over under.
You know what? Wait a minute. Hold on. I got to come up with a score in my head for this game. So, like, if DiNucci's good for, I mean, the range of what's that?
35-10 gets the over, right? It's probably gonna be 28-10, and you're just hoping, you're praying for Philly to score a touchdown or Dallas to get a pick six or something at the end. But yeah, I think it's Philly and the over in this game too, because
28-13 doesn't get you the over.
No, 28-13 does not get you there. It's just short. But
it's a battle of ineptitude. It's really staggering. I mean, which I guess lends it to the over, because then I guess your wacky things can happen when you have bad play. So I guess that's part of it.
DiNucci is god awful though. I mean, this whole defense, they have already given up, right? So the whole defense will give up even more than they already have, and you'll just see Philly unload.
And they dealt Everson Griffin this week too.
And then we're gonna see, Philly, how could we have doubted Philly? They're clearly the best in this division, and then they'll go out and lose to the Giants in their next game or whatever. You know what I mean? So, but this, Dallas is still 27th total in yards per game, 32nd against the rush, 12th against the pass. So they're okay against the pass, but I think they're just going to give up. I mean, they didn't even fight anyone when Andy Dalton took a cheap shot.
No, I know. This team has packed it in, man. They're done.
Yeah.
And Mike McCarthy's done too. I know we talked about it Tuesday, but they're just done. Last game here, Monday nighter, Tampa Bay at the Giants. Tampa Bay's rolling. They're probably the most complete team in the NFC. I think that's not a hot take to say. But the Giants are spunky. I think the Giants cover. Tampa's going to win this game. Somehow the Giants are going to find a way to cover. I don't know how. I don't know why. Something about the Giants and Tom Brady just do not mix well together. I can just tell you something about my lifetime. I think Joe Judge will be able to get this team fired up to play. They almost beat the Eagles. It was a tough loss there.
Because they played on Thursday too. So
yeah, I don't know. I think the Giants can cover in this one. In terms of the number, I will take the over though. The Giants this year have been respectable. I know they're not a good football team, but there's always effort with the Giants, I feel like. As you're watching other teams like the Jets, or, like you're just like, but the Giants have effort when I watch them. They had a lot of effort. They should have won that game against the Eagles. Let's be honest. They make stupid mistakes and they do stupid things. And you're going to take Tampa probably on both sides. And I understand why, but I don't know. 10.5. It's that half I get hung up on a little bit. So for me, I'm going to take the Giants to cover that number.
For me, it's just the way that Tom Brady has been playing recently. He's, looking like the Hall of Famer we all know him to be right now. Had 5 touchdowns last week, 4 passing, 1 on the ground as well. Like, he's just doing it all. I know that the Bucs are banged up coming into this game. We know clearly Mike Evans is not 100%. He hasn't been 100% the whole year. Godwin's missing this game, because of hand surgery. But Scotty Miller put up a nice game last week. Leonard Fournette had more snaps than Ronald Jones in his first game back, when you and our buddy the Welsh both, had a funeral for him.
We did.
But I think this is a Tampa Bay walk. And I hate to say that, because I'm with you. I respect the Giants. They played pretty well against Pittsburgh on Monday Night Football. So I got to watch them at the very beginning of the season, and they look pretty strong. They look a lot better and playing more inspired, like you said, with Joe Judge. So I do like this team. I'm almost talking myself into taking.
I was going to say, geez, it sounds like you're on my side. 10.5. All right.
Brady's too good. I respect Brady too much. So give me.
God, I love when you have to say the words, I respect Tom Brady too much. Oh,
well, it doesn't matter if you hate him. I do hate his guts, and I do think he's a weirdo. But he has 6.
Definitely a weirdo. How is he not a weirdo? Come on. I mean, I like avocados as much as the next guy, but there's a certain point where you got to cut off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, he's a weird dude. So give me Tampa Bay and give me the over.
He's a weird dude, but a hell of a quarterback. I respect him as a quarterback. He's the GOAT. I'm sorry. If you don't think he is, I don't know what you're watching. All right. It's that time then. It's time for for the upset special. Last week, gave you Washington over Dallas upset special. This week, we're going to try to make it 2 in a row. So, Boggs, I'm going to go with Detroit at home, upsetting Indianapolis. Indy might come out flat in this one. I think they're a little overrated defensively. I'm not buying the offensive onslaught against the Bengals in the second half last week, or 2 weeks ago, I should say. Give me Detroit at home. Let's see if the Lions can pull this one out here and get on that trail, winning more games, couple in a row here. Let's see if they can do it. Boggs, where are you going for your upset special?
I'm going to go with the Patriots over the Bills. I think the Bills are playing some bad football right now. So are the Patriots. But when it boils down to it, I'm going to take the good coaching of Bill Belichick. So give me the Pats over those Bills.
I don't know, man. Unless Bill Belichick's going to grab a helmet and go start running 4.40s. This team is slow, and I don't know. I hope you're right. That's all I know.
This week, it was a lot of fun.
And look, and we both picked Pittsburgh as an underdog this week, too. So we'll see. And we're on to Buffalo. We are we're officially on to Buffalo. So let's see what we get. All right. So those are your upset specials this week. Make sure you follow us on LineStar App on Twitter and LineStar NFL. Make sure you follow us at Bogman Sports and Joe Pisapia 17. And again, go get that LineStar app right now. Stop what you're doing. Go get the LineStar app. Upgrade to the premium product. And that way you can use all the tools that we get to work on all the DFS shows and the wagering shows and everything in between. That'll do it for us. Have a great weekend of football, everybody. There's nothing left to do now except down, sit, win.
You've been listening to the PreSnap Podcast Weekly Wagering Show, brought to you by LineStar. Hit subscribe, drop a rating, tell a friend, and stay tuned for the next episode from Joe Pisapia and Scott Bogman.